Step 1, remove the 4 bolts with a 10mm. Now that the plate is loose, all the nuts are off, you can just lift, careful not to pull too hard, disconnect this guy right here. It is probably just a little pull tab. Alright, so how this works. Just can't fucking slide it with your finger. Just get it started, and you should be able to pull it to the right, and it'll be ready for you to pull it out. Come on. There we go. See? And that works. This thing slides back and forth. Next step will be to pry this thing to the left as much as you can until it starts moving. Alright, I got the friggin' hose off. But I did spill a bunch of gasoline. A ton, but it's pooled right there. Just be careful. If you have something to plug it up, plug it. I'm gonna kind of just do this as I go. I'm gonna kind of put the tube back in the tank once I lift the white part of this, and then keep going. It's off camera, but I basically just kind of lifted this and then let the fuel return just spill as it's dripping back into the tank. I'm really holding this in. I kind of had to lean it out away, like you'll be kind of looking at it like this way, kind of the opposite side of this fuel level sensor arm, and then pull it out. See a bunch of gasoline. I should have run it way lower. The baffle supposedly just clips in, and the hose, I believe, is going to go in here. That way, where it's picking up from, it will always have fluid. See that hose right there? That hose is going to end up going right here. Right. Just gave it a good yank. It is now loose in here. Right here. Yes, I'm using a plastic bag because it's the only thing I have. I don't know where my gloves are. Now I'm going to put this in here. This kind of just sits in here and then it presses in. So let's give it a shot. No. Alright, so I know you can't really see it there, but there you go. Trying to get this hose into this top part. I'm gonna have to do it off camera, but my plan is to kind of fit the front end first and then clip it back onto the clip. I'm not sure if it's really supposed to go in all the way. It probably is, but I can't imagine, you know, this tube is going to fit very easily whatsoever. Certainly suggest doing that connection before dropping it if you can, but you're gonna have to run your gas real low if you don't want to get messy. Alright, so this might not be very satisfying for people to hear. This might not be satisfying, but the thing is, how do I put this? The baffle only has like one tab on the right side, or towards the driver's side. That kind of functions as a clip, and so it feels kind of loose in here. But I've tried pulling up, and it won't really come up. It does feel secure enough, but it makes me nervous Mostly because it kind of just feels like there's not much holding it in, and you know, say I go over a harsh bump or whatever, it just doesn't feel like the most secure thing ever. Which kind of sucks, but oh good, I dropped some dust into the fuel. That's awesome. So point is, it's in there now. I got the hose. It's not totally pushed through that lip, but it should be secure enough that it should function properly anyway. Now for reassembly, it's pretty much everything in the reverse order. Here we go. Get that on camera. Fucking stop. It's so hot outside that my phone overheated and stopped recording, but I got the O-ring in first. Definitely the way to do it. Then pop this down and it'll be a nice satisfying click from this and the whole thing basically. So now that that's in, I'm gonna finish reconnecting this hose, put that hose clamp back on, and reclip this in and put the fold bolts back in. It'll be good. Yeah. Put this ring back on. Give it a nice crank. Maybe even tap it with the tool a little bit. Back on. Hose is back on. Now just the plate and the screws and plug, of course. I could probably just do this one right here. Ready? And as it goes in, it'll suck it in. There we go. Finally, I did it the first time. Cool. All right, we're good to go. And that's how you do an M3 fuel baffle.